Yeah.
Yeah. So first, just an overview is we're going to, give you this dose, see what happens. We're not sure if this will show up or not. Let's just be curious. And then all the usual things that we do around making sure the person feels like comfortable and safe and not scared about it. And that we could go into that if that comes up for anybody. And then usually in the first one, you want to find out if she's going to like spontaneously go there or not, or if it's
Okay.
going to have to be prompted at some point in the first few sessions. So she may, like, if she's now that she's in a therapeutic context and she's already primed that this is something she's struggling with, she may go there automatically. If not, then usually we're prompting it, though not necessarily in the first one, depending on how the rapport, because she's new to you and she's not someone you've known for a long time. So it could go in this very different way. And then with IM, because it has that very sudden kind of onset and then kind of sudden wear off, she may have that like waking up experience kind of more dramatically than she would with some other routes. That's probably the most abrupt, one of the more abrupt ones. And so in a way, even though I don't really like IM, sometimes that's maybe an interesting one or a good one for her, as long as she doesn't get too scared. So what I would do actually is not try to do too much with it until I see what naturally her body language and her, the story she's telling, like the of what her experience is and her body language and her emotional tone is as she goes through that arc. And just usually what we're doing is we're checking in every like 3 to 5 minutes with people, asking them what they're noticing and looking for the patterns in the first one. And if she rides it, she like coasts it easily and she doesn't get scared or doesn't get dysregulated, then the data of what she saw and observed, especially in the transition times, depending on what happened, I would go in one direction or another. So that's not like super precise guidance because that's actually how I would do it. And that's how I would talk to her about it. I would say, like, we're just going to like discover what this is like for you and let you feel what happens all by itself, like naturally all by itself. But you want to cue her pretty frequently while she's in it so that she verbalizes what she's experiencing, because she may have internal content going on. And if she's not used to talking on a psychedelic to a therapist, which it sounds like she's not, she won't naturally narrate at all. So especially when she's like deeper in, coming up towards awaking, you want to be able to like prompt pretty frequently, like just checking in, what are you noticing? Checking in, what are you noticing? And get her to like name it. And if she doesn't know how to name it, like she says, I don't know, like she doesn't have thoughts, you can get her to check body sensations. And if she can't check body sensations, then you can actually say, like, ask her about emotions or something like that. But you're trying to collect data for the whole arc of the thing. And then what I would be curious about is having you then coming back in, hypothetically, ideally, and be like, this is what happened. So then we could drill down into going into one of those places a little more deeply.